Hi guys, welcome back. I've got a PS3 pickup for you today. Not the console, already got one of them, so that'd be a bit daft getting another one. But I've got 4 games. Now, there are, let me see, there's 2 of them that I really wanted. One which I was kind of on the fence about, not really bothered. And the third one, I didn't really want it at all, but it kind of came free, technically. So I'll explain that as I go along. Now, I'm also going to have a bit of a whinge as well about eBay, as per usual. But again, I'll explain that as I go along. So the first game that I got, now I've been after this particular game for a long time, and I loved it going back to the arcades in 94, 95. I loved it when it came out on the PS1. I got the 360 version when did I get that? Last year. And I really like that. It's not amazing, but it's decent, it's solid. And now I've got it for the PS3, and it is Ridge Racer 7. So I'm really pleased to have got this. Like I say, been after it a long time. I am a fan of the Ridge Racer series, and it's just nice to get it and add it to the collection. So it's all boxed and complete, like they all are, I think. Well, kind of, but again, I'll come to that in a second. So yeah, I'm pleased with that one. Now, I've only just noticed, not much of a big deal, but right at the bottom there, as you may see, there's a bit of a crack. Not the end of the world, but it still would have been nice if the seller would have pointed that out. So let me just quickly explain how I came about from getting these. There's 4 games, all from the same seller. So basically, I was looking for Ridge Racer 7 specifically on eBay, looking for the cheapest one. And generally speaking, it kind of goes for, including shipping, you're looking at around about $14, give or take. And I saw this one, I buy it now for $5 with $4 shipping, so $9. So I thought, that sounds good. In fact, it sounds great. And I bought it there and then. I thought, I'm definitely going to have it. Now, there wasn't a picture, but it did say boxed and complete. So even though it was a bit of a risk without a picture, I thought, whatever. So I bought it. And then out of curiosity, I thought, well, I wonder what else they've got. You know, if they've got any other games for sale. And they did. Just one more, as it happens. But I like the sound of it. And I've got it on the 360, so some people are probably thinking, why would you want to get it on the PS3 as well? I guess when it comes to the PS3, with this particular game, and there are a few other examples, I'm just used to the controller layout a lot more. So I'm more likely to play this on the PS3 than the 360. And it was also $5, and it's Rainbow Six Vegas, the first one. So again, it's boxed and complete, and something flies out. I don't know what that was. Let's have a look. It's a receipt. So this was $5 again. Let me see what this receipt says. So they bought this in Staten Island in New York for $60. 25th of August 2007. $60, man. Jesus. Just goes to show you how expensive games are. $60. Man alive. So I got this for $5, but again, $4 shipping. But I kind of thought, seeing as that was $5 with $4 shipping, so $10, so that's $18 altogether that they wanted. But I figured that they'd probably do like a combined shipping and bring it down to $15. That's what I just figured. So I thought, well, I don't mind paying $15 for them 2 games. You know, I do want them both, particularly Ridge Racer 7, so not a problem. So I sent the seller an email, and I was like, just out of curiosity, do you have any more games available for sale, and which ones, obviously? Because it'd be annoying if they got back and said, yes, I do have some more. What ones? So I asked which ones as well, and then they kindly told me. And one of them was Call of Duty World at War. Now, let me just quickly show you. Obviously, I've therefore picked it up. I picked it up, but I'll talk about this in a second. And I said, all right. I said, so how much do you want, after they told me they had World at War, plus all these other games they had, which I wasn't interested in. But I said, how much do you want for them 2 games, Ridge Racer 7 and Vegas, which I'd already bought, which I thought would be about $15, including shipping. How much would you take for Call of Duty World at War as well? And she got back to me and she said, how does $45 sound? And I nearly fell off my chair when I read that. And I replied back and I said, well, to be honest, I said, it's a bit steep. Wasn't expecting $45. And she replied back and said, well, the thing is, it's going to cost a lot to ship to California, which is the biggest load of nonsense I've ever heard in my life. There is not different shipping rates for different states in America, unless you're in like Hawaii or something. And I replied back. It was all very civilised. We didn't get angry or cheeky or anything like that. I just said, are you sure about that? I mean, you know, I've only been in America for just over 2 years now, but I've never encountered that, different shipping rates to somewhere else in America. I said, and anyway, I said $45 is too steep. I said, to be honest, what I can probably get them for is around about 25 or maybe 30 if I persevered on eBay. So she replies back and said, how about 35? So she's come down $10 straight away. And so I'll wrap this story up quite quickly, I think, by saying that I still thought 35 was a bit too high, but I said, I'll tell you what, how about 30, but you also throw in another one of them games? And she said, all right, I'll throw in this one. So it's technically kind of free. I'm not going to be rushing to play this anytime soon. It's not a great game. It's kind of going against my policy and the principle that I have kind of adopted since the start of the year, going back to my New Year's resolutions video with the trying to get quality over quantity. This is kind of quantity over quality. But technically it was free, and it's for the PS3 again, and it's, let me just check what it is, I don't know what it is, NBA Live 07. NBA Live 07? Yeah, it was just NBA 07. Yeah, just NBA 07, so shows you how much I know. I've got to look at the bloody box 6 times to see what it's called. But it's, you know, it was technically free, it's boxed, it's complete, it's got another receipt in there. How much did they pay for this one? $60 again. $60, man. Again, Staten Island, the same store. Unbelievable. What? Tax as well. Tax in New York, of course. I forgot about that. You know, I've been in America for 2 years, like I say, but the tax thing, I don't get it. Some states do it, some states don't. It's really weird, man. It's like, I don't get it at all. When you go into a store and buy something, you should just be able to just go in and just, whatever price you see on the counter, or on the ticket, whatever, the label, that should be what you pay. But it's just crazy. I mean, I remember when I was in New York a couple of years ago, last time I was there, and it was in the Apple store. If anyone's been there, if anyone knows it, it's really nice. And I went in there and I got like sort of a travel kit, so I could use it over here like an iPod, and then over there in the UK as well, without like the changing the plugs. It's like a little adapter. And on the box, I think it said like $60 or something. So I took it up to the counter, and the guy's like, $65, please. And I'm like, you said it said 60. And he had to explain the tax thing, which I just didn't have a clue about, which made me look an idiot. But I understand it a little bit better now. But anyway, so there we go. I've got 4 games for the PS3. $30, including shipping. I don't think it's too bad, really, under the circumstances. Now, the one thing that did annoy me, apart from the crack on the Ridge Racer case, is that this World at War here one isn't quite what it seems. It is legit, and all the rest of it, but look at that. That just slides off. There's nothing dodgy there. That's just the other side of the instructions. And the CD. Proper case, original case, it's an original game. But what had happened, and I found this really sly, is basically, in my opinion, of course, and this could be completely wrong, but in my opinion, the front cover, you know, the plastic which kind of holds this in place, this thing here, the slipcover, I think their copy was completely ripped. So what they tried to do to disguise it was sellotape all these together, because when they arrived, there was like lots of tape all the way around it, and I carefully took it off. And when I took it off, obviously it turned out that this didn't have any wrapping, or it kind of did. It was like hardly any on. And it's almost as if the seller was like, oh, well, he might think he's ripped it off when he comes to take the tape off. But I think they knew it was like that. But anyway, doesn't matter. It's a bit annoying. It once again goes to show you that you've got to be careful what you bid on eBay for if there isn't a picture. But I can't complain. 4 games that I want. And that's about it. I've somehow wrapped this up to like 10 minutes or 11 minutes of just talking rubbish. Unbelievable. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. What I think I'm going to do, maybe this week, maybe next week, I'm going to do a Nintendo 64 Japanese collection update, because I've got 50 now. It's a nice little landmark. And yeah, I just thought you might want to see the boxes, the art design, which some of it is really fantastic. Some of it is odd, to say the least. But yeah, I might do that. Got a few more 360 games arriving, a couple more PS3 ones, and various other stuff, but I'll do that as and when. What you may just see in the corner, it's going to be that corner, I guess, of the screen, is I've downloaded the multiplayer demo for Crysis 2 on the 360, and it is awful. I think it's absolutely shocking. So if anyone out there likes it, I mean, I don't know, man. Slurp tea as per usual, to calm me down. Because I just put the demo on, I thought, this is dreadful. It's just, I was expecting it to be like Call of Duty, maybe a bit of Halo mixed in, and it's just dreadful. Now, admittedly, I've had 1 full game, which I was rubbish at, and then I've had 2 kind of half games, you know, where it kind of puts you in a game which is just about to finish. Why does it do that? It's like Call of Duty. What does it do that for? And invariably, you're losing the game that it puts you in. So, not just does it put you in a game which is about to end, but it's put you in a game which is about to end, which you're losing on. What's the point of that? So, yeah, that's about it for now, guys, as I stutter my way through this. Thanks for watching, and oh yeah, thanks to all my new subs lately, by the way. I've probably had maybe 20, 25 in the last 2 weeks or something, maybe even less than that, which has been amazing. So whether you're subbing because of the Japanese games, whether you're subbing because of the PS3, a 360, or whether because I'm just a thoroughly charming young man, whatever the reasons are, thank you very much. It's much appreciated. And that's all I've got to say, really. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Sayonara.